This diagram shows a balancing scale with a laughing mask on one side and a screaming mask on the other. When writers try to mix horror and comedy, they run into a structural problem. Make the story too funny, and the audience stops being scared. Make it too terrifying, and the jokes feel out of place. The two genres naturally want to cancel each other out. The short Hindi story Purana Ghar Ka Secret addresses this paradox by separating its comedic and horrific elements into a specific sequence. The story opens by introducing a protagonist named Raju, whose defining character trait is extreme laziness. When his best friend Pihu catches him sleeping all day, Raju claims he is doing research on the best sleeping position. This establishes a comedic, light-hearted baseline. By anchoring the viewer in a ridiculous reality first, the writer ensures that when actual danger arrives, the shift in tone is jarring enough to be felt. The inciting incident hits immediately. Raju and Pihu purchase a massive house at a suspiciously cheap price. From there, the narrative rapidly deploys a textbook array of horror tropes. The house features creaking doors, sudden power outages, and unexplained rhythmic tapping noises echoing from the kitchen. This creates a tension vacuum for the writer. They have to escalate the environmental dread, but if Raju suddenly stops being lazy and starts acting like a hero, the story loses its specific character charm. To force comedic characters to take the threat seriously, the environment has to corner them with a physical, inescapable danger. Raju and Pihu track the kitchen noises down a hallway, eventually arriving at a locked storeroom. Once they open that door, they find a human-sized object, tightly wrapped in plastic, resembling a body sitting in the corner of the empty room. The narrative then triggers a sensory escalation. The overhead lights blink, a shadow stretches across the wall, and a disembodied voice demands that they leave. Trying to play the hero, Raju steps backward and kicks a metal bucket, sending himself crashing to the floor. This sequence pushes the audience into a state of high alert, making every shadow and sound feel like a genuine threat. Then comes the de-escalation point. Pihu unwraps the supposed body, only to discover it is a plastic movie-shooting dummy. An old man steps out of the shadows and provides a rational alibi. He explains that he is an actor taking a night walk with his old horror movie props. This graph tracks audience tension over time. Notice the steep climb leading up to the peak. Providing a rational explanation for the terror abruptly disables the viewer's defensive paranoia. The characters start laughing at their own misunderstanding, which acts as a release valve for that built-up fear. As the tension line drops to zero, the audience laughs along, tricking themselves into feeling safe. This state of absolute emotional vulnerability is the precise psychological trap the writer has engineered. Raju, Pihu, and the old man are now standing in the storeroom, laughing together, with their guards completely down. Then, a genuine, unexplainable voice echoes from the ceiling above them, stating, "I am still here." The comedic bumbling vanishes instantly. All three characters flee the house permanently. A scare hitting a relaxed audience is more effective than one hitting an audience that is actively bracing for impact. The identity of that final voice is deliberately left a mystery, ensuring the horror lingers after the story ends. The narrative uses comedy and the old man as structural weapons to lower the viewer's guard. By bypassing your natural defenses, the story delivers the final scare when you are least prepared for it. In this type of storytelling, laughter acts as the setup for fear rather than its opposite. If you want to see a deconstruction of Horror Comedy Part 2, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.